Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes, so that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over.
Hello and welcome to my travel vlog to Busan. So for those of you who doesn't know, Busan is the second largest city here in South Korea, and it is located in the more southeast part of the country. It is also the country's largest port city. So while I'm staying here in Seoul, I just had to use it as an opportunity to also visit Busan before I head home. So I bought tickets for the KTX train, which is the high-speed train from Seoul to Busan. In about 10 minutes I will leave my apartment and head out to Seoul Station so we can catch the KTX train, which will be transporting me the 417 kilometers from Seoul to Busan. I'm very excited to try riding the bullet train. I should mention that today is Thursday and the train is departing at 6:50 p.m., which means that we will be arriving in Busan about 10 minutes past 10 in the evening. So today's plan is just to get to Busan and get to the place I have booked to stay at. And then there's adventures on Friday and Saturday, and then we will be traveling home on Sunday again. So let's head out to Seoul Station to catch the bullet train.
Det er min kurve, det er mit knæk. Følelsen jeg fik før den gik væk.
We made it to the KTX train. So now I will just have to find the right card and find my seat.
Jeg prøver bare at aflede. Fjern af fra din afsked. Hele byen den er op og køre. Slap af, du sagde jeg har allermest lyst til at træne. Du sagde jeg har allermest lyst til et vink. Gået 2 år, men det føles som et blink. Sagt det var lort mere end en gang. Ingen kære mor, det er måske faren. Han skal da have det der helt klart. Først tommelfinger, så det hele armen. Det er som om jeg ikke kan genkende dig mere. Før i tiden vil vi danse til det her. Hvis en dag den gamle dig kommer tilbage, og du spørger om jeg er klar.
The time is 10:30 and after a little over 3 hours I arrived at the Busan station. A very nice thing about the train ride was that I nearly did my whole entire business statistics assignment during the ride, so that is quite nice. Now the plan is just to head over to the place where I'm staying, which is like a shared room where we are 8 people who sleeps in the same area, but it's only for a weekend, so I just picked the cheapest one. And fortunately it is just like 2 minutes from the Busan station, so that is quite nice right now. So I will head over there and get some sleep and then get early up in the morning so we can experience a lot of things tomorrow.
Håber du har tid, når jeg kommer. Har du købt nyt tøj? Nå. De fejrer deres lort med et high five. Så den drøm og sagde nej. De vil bare have noget mere content. Før var du ven, nu det er omvendt. Hvem har sagt livet, det er en leg, når en god ting kommer. Lad dem vide, det er et tegn. Følelsen ramte rent født i gamle dage. Fandt en engel der og løb med ham tilbage. Alt for lidt, der tænkte, alt for mange, der talte. Det er kun dig og mig, fuck de andres plan. Den joke, den er god til. Jeg vil gerne takke dig personligt. Og sidde ved dit bord, gør mig rolig. Du så på mig, sagde, ho, det er mahoni. Det er som om jeg ikke kan genkende dig mere. Før i tiden vil vi danse til det.
Good morning guys. So it is 6:45 and I just left the hotel that I'm staying at. So this was my first time sleeping in like a shared room with other people, but it was quite fine. No one made any noise at all, so it didn't really affect me at all. It wasn't maybe the best sleep I've ever got, but I slept okay. So now I'm fully ready to the day's adventure. Right now I'm about to walk down to the Busan station, which is like 1 minute from where I live. I live just on that street, and here's the station, so that is very convenient. And then I will take the bus out to Huinnyeoul Culture Village, which will be our first stop for today. So welcome to Friday's adventure, and let's get out and explore. On the way to the bus, I just wanted to grab some quick breakfast, so I decided to get 2 of these onigiris from the convenience store. And besides that, I also wanted to try some of this new iced coffee I have been trying lately. So I decided to try this caramel latte, and I will put it in this ice cup. First sip. This tastes very good. First bite of the onigiri. Also very good. So now I will just eat my 2 onigiris and drink my coffee, and then I will head over and find the bus so we can get to Huinnyeoul Culture City. I just got off the bus, and this is what my surroundings look like. So this doesn't look so particularly special to me, but I think I'm going to go on a bit of exploring because I saw on the internet that the Huinnyeoul village should be very pretty. So I think I'm going to go towards the water a bit more, and I then hope to see a bit different environment. So I think I found it. There is a trail going besides all of this pretty village. I will just try to get on this trail besides the water and see where it gets me going.
Hvis en dag den gamle dig kommer tilbage, og du spørger om jeg er klar, siger jeg ja. Hvem er den dansende mand? Hvordan kan han gøre det sådan elegant? Sig pødji, ikke noget CG, lytlig. Pengene er gode, og det er stadigvæk hyggelige. Helt stille for mærkniveauet, creepy. Med en lampe, skærm på hovedet og bibi. Ikke spark til den bærende fod.
I've just been walking on this trail besides the water, and I must say the views here are just amazing. It's very pretty to look at. I can only imagine how nice it would be to have an apartment looking out at this amazing view. The only downside would be that dumb tourists like me are walking past all the time, but I guess that's part of the game. This was, in my opinion, a very pretty place and definitely worth a visit if you want to see the amazing views for yourself and you are in Busan. So after I complete this trail, I will just pass up to the main road where I came from, and then I will take the bus and drive over to the other side of the water, because over there is some form of viewpoint that I also want to see. That is our next stop today. While checking when the bus was going, I realized that you can actually walk from here over to the viewpoint on the other side of the water, and it's only a 10-minute difference. So instead of taking the bus, I'm just going to walk over there. The reason it is nearly as fast is because you can apparently walk across this bridge, but the bus isn't going over there, so you have to go all the way around with the bus to get over to the other side of the water. And you know me, I'm definitely walking if there's only a 10-minute difference, especially with these pretty views. Therefore I turned around on this trail so I can get the views double the amount of times, and then I will just head over to the viewpoint on the other side.
Den lort, den kan flytte toilettet. Flot garderobe, køb den på nettet. Har du brug for lidt hjælp igen? Har kun kendt dig en dag. Du er min bedste ven. Hun sagde alt hvad du siger, det er retarded. Ingen der tror på det, men vi klarer det. 5 flasker vodka, så det er showtime. Alt jeg tænkte, det var nej. Det er som om jeg ikke kan genkende dig mere. Før i tiden vil
I just crossed the bridge and now I am just about to be at the Songdo Cable Car line, which then can transport me up to the viewpoint I was mentioning earlier.
til det her. Hvis en dag den gamle dig kommer tilbage, og du spørger om jeg er klar, siger jeg ja. Siger jeg ja. Ja.
It is a great viewing spot here at Songdo viewing point, and as you can see, we were just over there earlier today at the Huinnyeoul culture village. So now I'm going over towards the cable car. The cable car is opening in 15 minutes, so I thought it was a good idea to use the time to get some food. So I bought this bulgogi, which is, in my opinion, just like a sushi roll. It's very delicious and an easy snack. I find them to be more delicious than the onigiri I ate earlier, actually, because there's more filling. So for 2,600 won you get this roll of rice and filling. They are so delicious. I think you're actually supposed to microwave them, but I really enjoy them cold because they taste so fresh. There is always so many different flavors, but I never know what I'm getting. I'm just buying one. But I haven't yet got one that didn't taste great. So I got a seat in the cable car and now I am on the way to the top, to the cloud bridge. First of all, we're going to check out the Songdo cloud bridge, and next I think we will go over to the Amnam Park and see what's going on. Afterwards, I think we have about a 5-kilometer walk over to Gamcheon culture village. That will be our next stop afterwards. I just made it to the top and now I am going towards the Songdo Yonggung cloud bridge to see what kind of view it has. So the machine couldn't take international cards, so I wasn't able to buy a ticket, but it doesn't bother me that much because the island is very pretty, but I think that the views out there are pretty similar to what I have already seen at the Songdo skyline. Now I decided to climb these incredible steep stairs because I think this is the way to the Amnam Park, which has a forest trail I would like to walk, and the views on this trail are quite nice. I'm making my way over to the Amnam Park to find the big forest trail, and after I walk through that, I think that the adventure continues to something called Gamcheon village, which are supposed to also be a pretty village, pretty similar to the first village we visited today. But instead of the pretty coastline, I think that the next village at Gamcheon has very colorful buildings. So hopefully that will also be a great experience.
Baby, it's all you and you ain't got a flaw for me. If we go
I made it through the Amnam Park, and now I actually arrived at the Busan International Fish Market, which sounds pretty interesting to me. So I don't know if it's open yet because it's only 10 o'clock, so I don't know if there's so much happening, but I think I will just drop in and see what's going on inside. And then afterwards I will head over to the Gamcheon village to see that as well. So I couldn't really find the thing that I was looking for, because I don't think that this fish market is like where tourists walk around and try fish and that sort of thing. It is more like corporate and wholesale. So now I just wanted to see the view from up here, and then I will head towards the Gamcheon village. But I do want to say that one thing is certain: we have to eat fish before leaving Busan, especially because it is the port city of South Korea. Fortunately, I have a couple of ideas on where we can get some delicious fish. I'm just about to arrive to the Gamcheon Culture Village, but I just wanted to show you what I just bought, which is a kind of banana milk, which is very delicious. I saw it on a YouTube video and I just had to try it when I saw it. It tastes very good. So I will see you at the Gamcheon Culture Village. I made it to the Gamcheon Culture Village and is now walking through the village to see what kind of scenery it has to offer.
A huge old house, I rent a room in the house. Listen, baby girl, I ain't got a motorboat, but I can float your boat. So listen, baby girl, once you get a dose of dough, you gon' want some more. So listen, baby girl, when I make it, I want you there. I want you there, yeah.
As you might have noticed, it is raining quite a bit, but that doesn't stop us from continuing the adventure. The plan is now to head over to something called the Bupyeong Market and see what's going on over there. And I will just walk over there because it is about 2 kilometers from here. I've found that most of the attractions here in Busan are spaced out with a pretty good amount of distance from each other. So it is nice that I can walk from this village over to the market. Besides the first market, there's also another market called the Jagalchi Market, which I got the feeling that is the most famous market here in Busan. And it is also located right across from the Bupyeong market, so that is quite nice. And on top of that, the Busan Tower is also at the same area. So we are headed towards those 3 attractions now. So we arrived at the Bupyeong Kkangtong market, and I will head in there and see if we can find some early lunch. I just left the market because it was extremely hot in there, but I did acquire me a bowl of a mix of different things. I have no clue what it is, but I think this will serve as a very good light lunch because I have plans to eat a lot of street food, so I can't get filled up quite yet. So in the bowl we got a mixture of some fried chili and onion and the usual tteokbokki, which is these Korean rice cakes. And we also have fish cakes in there. It's all mixed in this spicy sauce, which is so delicious. I usually find those green chilies that is served everywhere to be a little bit too spicy for me. But when they're deep fried, it is not so hot. They just taste pretty delicious. A big recommendation is definitely also to try these fish cakes. They are so good. I just finished up eating the delicious meal and now I'm making my way over to the Busan Tower. So right now I'm walking in the middle of something called the Jagalchi Market, which is right across from the Kkangtong market where I just ate. And as you can see, in the Jagalchi Market they just have a lot of different stores, everything from clothing to accessories and some restaurants as well, but not as much street food as just on the other side of the street. Another thing I wanted to mention about the meal was that you get the rice cakes and fish cakes and all the vegetables and the fried shrimp and fried chilies in the bowl mixed with the sauce. But you are also allowed to get a cup of the broth that they cook the fish and rice cakes in to drink, and that is actually quite fun. It tastes very well. It's just like hot water with a bit of taste of the spices, but it is quite a fun experience. For now I will head over to the Busan Tower and see what's going on.
Day and night, I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see I don't attain what I need for keeps this silly game we play. Now look at this. Madness.
We made it to the Busan Tower. It was just like a 10-minute walk from the food market, which was quite nice. As I mentioned earlier, the attractions are quite far from each other. So these three attractions right centered with each other is pretty nice. I made it to the top. And I think that I have to buy a ticket to see the view from up there. I can't miss this chance. I have to get up there and see the view from the top.
It's attracting me. I try to run, but see I'm not that fast. I think I'm first, but surely finish last. Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night, day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night.
I made it out the Busan Tower and it has started raining heavily again. So that is quite unfortunate, but doesn't stop us in continuing the journey. Now we are headed towards the Jagalchi Market, which I think is like the most famous market here in Busan, and apparently also like the fish market. So I really hope that we can get some delicious fish down at that market. In terms of the experience at the Busan Tower, it was quite a nice experience, but nothing compared to the Lotte Tower that I tried in the video from Gangnam, and it was the same price. So in my opinion, the Lotte Tower is way more worth it than the Busan Tower. I do have to say that the surrounding area of the Busan Tower is quite nice. It is like a park where you just have different trails to get up to the actual tower. So that is a plus, but it is also free. So in my opinion, it is not necessary to buy a ticket to the Busan Tower if you have other things that you would like to buy more than the view. For now, I will head towards the Jagalchi Market and hopefully find some delicious fish. I made it to the market and you can really feel that you are near the port. It smells like fresh fish and seawater, and it is quite interesting being here. So I can't wait to get in there and see what's going on. this place is already amazing. It's really my kind of thing because I love fish. So I did something stupid and I used a lot of money to get a lot of seafood. So hopefully this will be a successful story.
Hold the phone. The lonely stoner, Mr. Solo Dolo. He's on the move, can't seem to shake the shade. Within his dreams, he sees the life he made. The pain is deep. A silent sleeper, you won't hear a peep peep. The girl he wants don't seem to want him to. It seems the feelings that she had her through. Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night, day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change.
I just left the market after having my absolutely incredible lunch. It was a very good experience and the food tasted great. As you could probably see in the video, I really enjoyed myself in there. So a lot of fun, and I can highly recommend going in and trying the food in the Jagalchi Market. And because I couldn't handle myself, I also bought a little snack that I will show you a little bit later. For now, we are continuing the adventure and I'm about to make my way over to the Huinnyeoul Culture Platform, which is supposedly a great viewpoint a little bit further south in the city. Just before jumping on the bus, I just wanted to show you what the snack was that I bought at the market. It looks like this, and it is some form of squid, he told me. And I love every kind of seafood, so I had to try some of their snacks as well. It tastes very great. Now the journey continues to the Huinnyeoul Culture Platform. So I made it to the Huinnyeoul Culture Platform. And this is a pretty chill place. The views are obviously amazing, but because of the little sad weather, there isn't so many people. I think this would be a much more vibrant place if there was a lot of people and a little bit more life in the city. But I can't change the weather, and it is still a very, very pretty view up from here. The plan is now to move towards the Oryukdo Park, which is quite far from here. So we are going to take the bus and drive somewhere down here, and hopefully it also has very pretty views. Let's continue the journey. So it has been a couple of hours since I updated you last time, because I have just been strolling around the city, and afterwards I traveled out here to Oryukdo, where I am now. And here is some incredible views. So I'm on my way up there to see the views close by, and afterwards I think I will just follow the Oryukdo coastal trail for a little bit. But I also think it gets dark in about an hour, so there's not really that much time for any more adventure. Besides that, I am pretty close by to the Gwangalli Beach, which I imagine there will also be a couple of restaurants and things like that. So maybe I will head over there and see if there's a bit of nightlife before I'm heading home. That's the plan for the rest of the evening.
Slow-mo. When the tempo slows up and creates that new. He seems alive though he is feeling blue. The sun is shining, man, he's super cool. The lonely nights, they fade away, he slips into his white Nikes. He smokes a clip and then he's on the way to free his mind and searcher, to free his mind and searcher, to free his mind and searcher. Day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night, day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night. At night.
I just left the Huinnyeoul forest trail and it was very pretty in there, but unfortunately I didn't have time to do the whole trail, because if you started the long trail it was like 4 kilometers, and I got told by a man that there was no lights in there, so it gets extremely dark when the sun goes down, and it is set to go down in about half an hour. So I didn't want to walk through the entire forest in complete darkness. So I just took the shorter trail and then left the forest. And now I'm going to take the bus to the Gwangalli Beach and hopefully find some delicious food and some fun nightlife over there. And that will be the last stop for today's adventure. I made it to Gwangalli Beach and I am very happy about my decision not to go for the long hike in the previous forest trail, because it is already getting dark, so I don't think it would have been such a fun experience walking around in complete darkness and mud. Another thing that I forgot to tell you about earlier was that between the viewpoint in Hocheon and the viewpoint in Uryukdo, I actually had a very fun experience with some locals in Hocheon. I was just walking from the viewpoint towards the bus stop that would take me to Uryukdo, and then some elderly local lady offered me some chicken, which was very delicious. And then I ended up talking with another man that she knew for like 40 minutes, and he invited me into his home and we drank some ice water, and we also got a very interesting drink that sort of tasted like yogurt. It was pretty nice, but also a little strange. But the entire experience was so great, and I really enjoyed these experiences where the locals want to interact with me, because they obviously can see that I'm by myself and that I'm far away from home, so they really want to get to know things about me. And I think that's such a fun way to get to know the Korean culture, and even though most of them don't speak English, we can still communicate like with body language and just finger pointing and things like that. So a very great experience. So this is definitely going to be the last stop for the adventure today, because I do really feel my legs getting quite tired. But at this moment my watch also tells me that I have walked over 31,000 steps today, so it makes sense that the legs are beginning to get a little tired. So for now I'm just going to find a bit of food here at Gwangalli Beach, and then I will probably head home and get some sleep, so we also are ready for tomorrow's adventure.
One time just a little bit One time just a little bit One time just a little bit I don't wanna get close. I haven't been the same since I loved that hoe. I haven't been the same since I lost my bro. I say I'm gonna change when I know I won't. I get high, I love to smoke. She gon' lie like I'm a joke. You wanna take flights across the coast. Remember those times, no horoscope. Life goes on, I can't take breaks. I need faith, no, I need faith. In my mind, I can't escape. I climb these heights like I'm a ape. Shine so bright in a world so dark. Break the bank, I'ma break the chalk. Two-door coupe, just push the start. Climb right in, let me break your heart. I don't need no one, I don't need no one, I don't need no one, still never sober. Still never sober. Got the world on my shoulders, coming out bolder. Yeah, I'm coming out bolder. I ride with my soldiers, ride for my soldiers. Thought that I told ya, I thought that I told ya. I don't wanna get.
I just finished eating my Korean barbecue and it was actually my first time ever trying that. So that was quite an exciting experience and I really enjoyed it. Not to mention that the food tasted absolutely great. So for now I will head over to the bus and ride home to get some rest and be ready for tomorrow. So the final thing I want to say for today is just to thank you for watching all the way through. I really appreciate you watching this video and being with me on this adventure in Korea. If you are interested in the adventure we are going on tomorrow, look out for part 2 of this video because it's hopefully going to be as great as I hope this video is going to turn out to be. Besides that, I want to thank you for the support on the channel and I want to wish you all a great weekend. Take care.